I don't know. September 3rd. I don't know if this dream was just to get my ass up. I don't know. And totally indulged this night. And I know I shouldn't have indulged and I ate late. I did meal prep this week, that's why. So every day it's been like, okay, what am I eating today? And this is what happens when I don't meal prep. So I took out fish, tilapia to cook. And I didn't wash my face. I probably look all tore up. My makeup. So I stayed up late. And I watched Twilight. Such a dumb movie. And the weird thing is, as I had it in the background, I wasn't really paying attention to it. I just had it in the background. I'm like, oh my god, he's gaslighting her. Oh my god, he's so controlling of her. The things that it pick up on before. There's just things I didn't pick up on before. And I'm like, oh no, like, he's playing it off, like, you know. And I remember I would watch that movie, and you know, they romanticize this dominating protector care. I was shocked. I was shocked. I was like, oh, he's gaslighting her. Oh, he's doing that to her. What the fuck? I remember thinking that yesterday. I just had it in the background. Anyway, I stayed up listening to Harry Styles. So, secret crush, which is gross, kind of gross for me, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, he's younger, but then I'm like, it's not about the age. It's not about the age. He's older, right? I mean, he's not a kid anymore, but I realized like I have a secret crush on him, or I'm going through a phase right now, Harry Styles. But you know what I really like about him, aside from the fact that he has great music, great voice, I love his I don't know if they're costumes and it's just for entertainment purposes, or if this is just his style. I mean, I mentioned I don't follow a lot of, like, you know, celebrities, and I don't follow celebrities. I don't watch the news. I don't follow people. But lately, I mean, I really enjoyed his music last summer. And for whatever reason this summer, he came up again. He came up again when Mr. Bumble went to Coachella. And I've never been to Coachella. And so he was telling me about the bands. And he's like, have you heard of Harry Styles? Mr. Bumble's the one that introduced me to the Midnight. And that genre of music. Which I love. That's like my go-to. Just because it's very, aside from it kind of taking me back to, like, you know, the 70s, 80s, like that whole, I don't know what it's called, genre of music. I like it because there's just this, like, fast-pacedness to it at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. So that's my go-to music when I'm needing to, like, just get stuff done. But I love the Midnight, and Mr. Bumble is the one who introduced me to that genre of music and the Midnight. So he was telling me about Coachella, and then he told me, he's like, I've never heard of Harry Styles. I was like, One Direction. I knew that much. I knew about One Direction. I hadn't listened to a lot of their songs, when they were a band. Some of their songs here and there, but not much. It was mostly through like my nieces and stuff, because they were at that age where they liked, it was boy band time. So anyway, so he was telling me, he's like, have you heard of Harry Styles? Oh my gosh, have you heard this song? I was like, yeah, that was one of my first songs that I listened to. I think it was when they had just broken up, One Direction, and I do remember that. That was the summer before all this happened, I think. 2020, and they all had their different songs. The individual kids, guys, I don't know how old they are. I shouldn't say kids, but they all came out with their like first song or album, and I remember listening to each of their. I was like, it's not bad. It's not bad. But anyways, so I don't know if it's Harry Styles, if that's his style of clothing, or if it's just his entertainment show presentation of himself. I really like the integration of the feminine and the masculine with how he presents himself visually. He'll have pearls, very just the integration of both. Like I love it. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's great. The wide leg pants and the heels and the glitter and the just the I don't know, it's not glitter. What is that called? I don't know what it's called. But I really like that. I find him extremely attractive because of all that. You can say. Anyway, so I want a bit having that in the background. So anyways, this dream, I don't know if it was just to get my butt out of bed. It didn't feel like that. But it was a dream where it just threw me off. I was like, what in the world is happening here? So in my dream, I'm in the classrooms. And I'm on the high school campus. It changes scenes. I find myself back in their bed. The person I had an affair with and my friend, ex-friend. I'm in their bed. And there's a part of me that's like like that, like why am I in their bed? And so it's in their bed, in their bedroom. So it's him on that side. Not in my space, but using my bed as the example. It's him, it's her, and it's me. And he is holding her, like hugging her, so his arm is like this. She's here, right? He has a hold of my arm. I'm trying to sleep and he has a hold of my arm, like right here. But it's kind of like, so it's gonna be backwards. I'm him, she's here, but he's like this. So his arm is, she's here, but his arm is like this. And this part is like he's holding on to me. And I just remember like kind of being in shock about that. And I'm not moving. I'm not responsive. I'm just like, I think because I was just tripped out that I was in the same bed with them. And I didn't know why. And he has a whole, like, almost like he doesn't want to let me go. And she's in between us. And it's like she suspects. That's just, but she's wanting me there. That's the other thing too. She's wanting me there. And what she tells me in my dream, she's afraid to fall asleep is what she tells me. She's like, I'm afraid. There was almost this she was just telling me in my dream, in my dream, I'm afraid to fall asleep. I don't want to fall asleep is what she said, because she's afraid of the dreams. I don't like my dreams is what she said. And I'm trying to fall asleep. Like I'm just like keeping my hands and everything to myself, and I'm just like but I'm trying to fall asleep on their bed too. And so he's trying to console her, reassure her. But it's just weird because his hand was here, like underneath her, but holding on to me. Like not, like just holding on to me. And I'm not moving, but I'm wanting to fall asleep. And she's saying this to me. There's almost like she felt relieved. There was a relief that I was there with her at the same time. And I was trying to go to sleep. But that's what she said to me. She's just like, I'm afraid of my dreams, is what she said. And then as I'm falling asleep, I'm telling her, they're just guiding you. I'm reassuring her. They're just guiding you. They're highlighting what you're needing to heal. Yes, it's painful, but when you go through it, you'll feel lighter. You'll feel lighter at the end. Like you'll feel better. Like just go through it. You'll feel better. Is what I'm telling her as I'm going to bed. Because she's trying to go to bed, and she's just telling me, I could feel her relief that I'm there next to her. I think out of the three, I'm probably the one that's most uncomfortable, because I'm just like, why am I here? And the fact that he was holding on to me, and there was almost this like, I was just kind of like trying to get my arm back too, because then he got up. So I'm trying to reassure her, like, go to sleep, like, allow that, kind of like more of this allowance, like, allow, the dreams to guide you. Like, they'll just guide you, they'll help you heal. But she's afraid, so I don't know what kind of dreams she's having, because everybody's dreams are a little bit different. So he lets go at some point, but then he's doing his behaviors. He's what he used to do when we would all hang out. He used to he would make certain comments. He would be he would make certain comments, and I remember I didn't like it. I didn't say anything when we would go over. She said stuff to him. She would tell him, I don't like that you do that. And he was intentional. Like he knew what he was doing. Totally knew what he was doing. And he was doing it intentional. Like I knew what he was doing. I'm just like, oh my god, stop. Yeah. And so when he got up, it was just me and her on the bed. And I'm just reassuring her as I'm trying to fall asleep. And then Mental like just throws himself in between us, in between my friend and I. And I'm just like, really? Like that was something he would do. Not that he would throw himself in. It, so I don't know how to explain it. So he threw himself in between us. So he's laying now, and because her and I were really close, now he's touching both of us, and I'm just like, oh gosh. like can you make it any more obvious? It was kind of like that. Like, can you make it any more obvious? Like I'm totally seeing this, and it's like she knows. That's the thing. It's like she knows, but it's the same thing as before. Se hace la. She's playing dumb. It's like she knows, but she's playing dumb. And I'm just like, why are you in denial? So I don't know where that came from. I don't know about that. Because I woke up and I was like, oh my god, like, why am I dreaming this? Why am I dreaming this? Is it just to get me out of bed? You know, sometimes I mentioned, sometimes I'll get dreams where, I mean, granted, the dreams that have gotten me out of bed are more scary. This did not feel scary. It was more surprising. It was more surprising to me because I don't have contact with them. I don't talk to them. I don't reach out to them. I don't think about them. Not much. Not much. Like, I'll think about them in the sense of like, I hope they're okay, you know? I don't, you know, I mentioned that I told her, I'm like, I'm not reaching out to you. I have no reason to reach out to you. It just, you know, like and I think some people might find that really offensive. Maybe, I don't know. It's not that I don't care. It's just that I'm letting you be. Like I'm allowing you to be who you are. When you need something from me, you'll reach out, right? And that was always the case with her. But I just wanted to clarify with her, like, I'm not, o sea, I'm not gonna, I don't know. I don't know if for me, I feel like I handled that situation as best as I could, especially after finding out that she wanted to work on it with him. I'm like, well, then I'm just going to remove myself completely from the situation. Like, you've made your choice, right? You've made your choice. Go on, figure it out. I'll make it easier for you so you don't have to worry about my presence or worry about my interaction, because she thought that I had reached out to him that one time that she caught him, and I'm like, that wasn't me. I don't talk to him. So I just figured it'd be, if that's what she wanted, I'd remove myself from the situation and let them figure it out, right? I don't know. It's just weird. It's 8 o'clock. 2 hours. I just thought there's more scenes. I can't. I can't wrap my mind around it. Like, and it had to do with, like, in high school. I was presenting in high school, and forgot to record the drink.
Hey you, my name is Yubi and I use she, they pronouns, and you've just finished watching a clip from my video diary entries where I'm documenting my healing journey as I learn how to navigate my spiritual awakening. I have learned that this experience and process is unique to each and every one of us in whatever way we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of formal mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself as these experiences unfold, and really inviting you along for the ride. Please know that there is a time gap between when these videos post and my real timeline, and also that these clips build upon each other similar to chapters in a book. So if you find yourself lost or confused, feel free to click on the playlist section or the link below, where you can jump around, check out the other chapters, and or catch up. Also, please know that you're more than welcome to check out my website, www.youbecominghealed.com, where I've gathered all of this information, my background, experience, and education to create online self-paced courses to help you on your healing journey wherever you are. You're also more than welcome to check out my other YouTube channel at You Becoming Healed, where I've entertained a podcast, including clips from these courses so that I can make this content accessible to more and more people. Please click like, subscribe, and share this content so again it reaches more people, with the hopes that other people will resonate and connect with the healing journey and the stories shared so that they don't feel alone in their own process. I thank you in advance. I'm grateful to you, and I wish you well.